Hello and welcome to Election Exchange. I'm Parikshit Luthra. The stage is set for the final act of Lok Sabha 2024 polling season. Campaigning for the last phase of polling has come to an end. 57 seats across 8 states will vote on the 1st of June, bringing the curtains down on a 44-day polling season amid scorching summer. The BJP, under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, is upbeat about forming the government for the third time. The BJP had won 303 seats on its own in 2019, garnering a vote share of just over 37%. Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena, Ajit Pawar-led NCP, Nitish Kumar's JDU, Chandrababu Naidu's TDP are some of the BJP's major alliance partners. The BJP contested 431 of the 543 Lok Sabha seats this election season, leaving the rest for its allies. The India opposition bloc is upbeat about forming the government as well. Congress, along with regional parties like DMK, Samajwadi Party, RJD, Aam Aadmi Party, Shiv Sena, Uddhav Bal Thackeray, NCP, Sharad Chandra Pawar are key constituents of the opposition bloc. The TMC and the Left Front are also a part of the alliance. However, the TMC contested all 42 seats in West Bengal. Congress and the Left Front are rivals in Kerala. That's not all. The Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress are facing off against each other in Punjab as well. Professor Sanjay Kumar of CSDS joins us now. Professor Kumar, thank you very much for joining us. Now that we are reaching the final phase of this election, how do you think this election has been? One thing that the opposition has been saying, that this time there is no wave in favor of the NDA and the Prime Minister Narendra Modi as it was in 2014 and in 2019. There is also speculation that the voter has been largely silent this time around. Any trends that you pick up in terms of voter behavior this time around?
Very difficult to say voters' behavior. But yes, I think if you talk about the waveless election, yes, it was a waveless election, because I didn't see wave cutting across the country in favor of a party or against a political party. So yes, I would agree to a large extent that this was a waveless election. If I look at how elections changed between phases of election, so I think when the election started, it looked like as if BJP is going to win this election hands down and there is no competition at all. But as we moved into the second, third, fourth and the subsequent phases of election, the election became more interesting, and interesting because opposition started putting up a challenge to the BJP. So the election changed as we moved in different phases of election. This was a very new thing of this election. I have not seen election changing, at least going by the perception, to such an extent between different phases of election.
Right. We also see that this time there was no single factor as such. There was also no major issue which made national headlines. Yes, there has been a lot of discourse about Muslim appeasement, about inheritance tax, about reservation, but no clear one issue driving the agenda this time. What do you think? Absolutely.
This is one thing which makes this election very different compared to 2019 election. Because 2019 election, national security was the one big issue. Strengthening the hands of Prime Minister Narendra Modi was one big election issue in 2019. Because you would remember that 2019 election was held at the backdrop of Balakot airstrike. So, but this election, there was no one big issue which was sweeping across the country or even in large number of states. I had hope, or many analysts had hope, that maybe in this election we will see the echo of Ram Mandir, which has been newly constructed in Ayodhya. But no national issues were sweeping across the country, and there were local elections in different states. In some elections, in some states, people were talking about unemployment, price rise. So if you move to the neighboring state, maybe it was about Agniveer, and if you move to some other state, there was another issue, maybe about Loktantra Bachane Ka Chunav or the issue of reservation. So there were different sounds you can hear when you move from one state to another. And when I refer to the sound, I am referring to the different election issues which varied from one state to another.
Right. Let's now go state-wise. If we discuss West Bengal, now West Bengal will also end polling on Saturday. How do you see the fight in the final phase? Mamata Banerjee has been hitting out at the Prime Minister. Prime Minister has conducted several rallies in West Bengal, targeting the TMC, targeting the Mamata Banerjee government. How do you think this last phase will be in West Bengal?
I think nothing different compared to the previous 6 phases, but the different only in terms of TMC's electoral strength. This is the phase in which 9 Lok Sabha goes to poll in West Bengal, and all these 9 have been held by the Trinamool Congress. So Trinamool Congress is defending all these 9 seats, and Trinamool Congress in these 9 seats has a vote share of more than 50%. It is an indication that this is a stronghold of Trinamool Congress. But merely having a stronghold doesn't mean that there is a guarantee that the party will be able to defend all these things, all these seats. I think BJP has been able to mount a massive pressure on Trinamool Congress in West Bengal in the last 6 phases of poll. That could be seen even in the last phase of election.
Right. Mr. Kumar, Punjab has become a four-cornered contest. You've got the BJP, the Shiromani Akali Dal fighting separately, the Congress AAP fighting separately, not in alliance. How does this affect things on the ground in Punjab and Chandigarh?
No, I would slightly disagree. I think it is a four-cornered contest, but four-party contest, but is a two-way contest. The real contest, yes, there are 4 different players contesting in this election. We take Aam Aadmi Party, Congress, Shiromani Akali Dal, and the BJP. But the real contest is between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. We should not forget that Aam Aadmi Party has a government in the state. They managed to win the state election with they registered a massive victory in the state assembly election. And Congress has registered a big win in 2019. They managed to win 8 out of the 13 seats. So it is a direct contest between Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress. And my own sense is that BJP and Akali Dal, who had contested election in 2019 and many previous elections as an ally, they are now contesting separately. So these 2 players are going to be almost sidelined, almost on the margins, and we will see a direct contest between the Congress and Akali Dal in Punjab.
Right. Analysts are also saying that the BJP doesn't seem to have taken much interest in campaigning in Punjab and maybe outsourced the election there as well. Now, speaking about Himachal Pradesh, just 4 seats, but how do you see this state faring for the ruling party at a national level?
Oh, I would say certainly looks like, if you go by the 2019 election result, advantage BJP, because BJP has a huge margin over Congress. If you look at the Lok Sabha election, in the last Lok Sabha election, BJP has roughly 60% vote in the 4 Lok Sabha seats of Himachal, which they had won, all the 4 seats. But I think 2019 is a benchmark, but we should also not forget that from 2019 till 2024, things have changed in Himachal. Now we have a Congress government. So BJP is facing some challenge from the Congress. I'm not sure whether the challenge is so big that BJP might lose a couple of seats. It may happen, it may not happen. But I think Himachal will witness a more keenly contested in 2024 compared to 2019.
Right. And finally, when it comes to the Hindi heartland, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, the remaining seats, how do you think this contest will be? Which party stands to gain as of now, as per voting patterns so far?
See, Bihar, all the seats are being held by the NDA, by the BJP and the BJP allies. So definitely BJP has a lot to defend in Eastern UP, which goes to poll, which is popularly referred as Purvanchal. BJP and the allies. There are BJP allies who will Apna Dal, Suhel Dev's Rashtriya Party. So these are the BJP allies which would be defending their seats in the last phase of election. BJP also has a stake, but this is not the absolute stronghold of BJP in UP. The previous phase was the real stronghold of BJP in UP. But in Bihar, all the 8 seats which goes to poll on the election day, on the last day of election, all are being held by the NDA. So a lot of stakes for BJP and the allies, both in UP and in Bihar.
Right. And finally, sir, how crucial is this final phase of 57 seats in taking the winning group across the finish line?
See, in a relay race, if there are 4 runners of each party or on each competitor, every runner is important. The one who starts the race and also the last one who finally takes the baton to the finishing end. That's happening even in this election. 7-phase election. First was very important. Even the last phase in which 57 Lok Sabha constituencies goes to poll, equally important. All political parties have put in a lot of effort to maximize the electoral gains if they believe that they had gained in the previous election, or at least to minimize the losses if they think that they have suffered losses in the previous 6 phases of election. So all political parties have put in a lot of effort, and a crucial 7th phase for all the political parties.
A crucial 7th phase for all political parties. And let's not forget, the India Alliance also has a review meeting on the 1st of June to take stock of what has happened across the country. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanjay Kumar, for joining us with your perspective on the polling so far. It's been a long and very hot 2 months of elections, and it's finally coming to an end. Thank you once again for being with us. We're taking a short break, but don't go anywhere. We'll get you more election news from Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and other states when we're back. Welcome back. You are watching Election Exchange. Let's turn our focus now on the states of UP and Himachal Pradesh. 13 seats in UP, including Varanasi, will vote in the last phase. Voting will also take place for 4 seats from Himachal Pradesh. The Congress had won the Mandi seat in a by-poll. This time, actor Kangana Ranaut is contesting on a BJP ticket against late Chief Minister and Congress stalwart Veerbhadra Singh's son, Vikramaditya. Aman Sharma joins us now. Aman Sharma is the executive editor at CNN News 18. Aman, thank you very much for joining us. You're en route to Himachal Pradesh. How do you think the campaign there has been so far? The BJP was a big gainer in 2019. They had a major vote share of around 60%. How is the Congress throwing up a challenge in Himachal Pradesh?
Well, Parikshit, in Himachal, obviously Mandi's seat has become the hot seat this time because Kangana Ranaut has been fielded by the BJP, and against her, the son of Veerbhadra Singh is now fighting from that seat. That seat was held earlier by Pratibha Singh, who had won it in a by-poll, the wife of Veerbhadra Singh. And so the contest in Mandi has become very interesting. I would say the contest in the other seats of Himachal is also very keen, but BJP obviously has an edge in Himachal. BJP has swept the state in the last elections as well. And this is a small state with just 4 seats, but the BJP looking to maximize its gains from Himachal as well. Also, a major issue in Himachal has been the instability of the Congress government there, which is in power in the state. We have seen in the last 6 months that, the chief minister, many MLAs have deserted him. Mr. Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu has been struggling to keep his flock together. Many of them have gone to the BJP. And, a lot of speculation is there that if the BJP wins all the 4 seats of Lok Sabha in Himachal in these elections, what will be the fate of the Congress government in Himachal post that? So all these issues are there in Himachal. People obviously, the promises that were made by the Congress government while coming to power here, the restoration of the old pension scheme, or be it the money which has been given to the women voters, obviously the Congress is citing that and saying that it is starting to delivering on its promises. But the political uncertainty in Himachal, I think, is weighing very heavy in these Lok Sabha elections in Himachal, and it could, that is, I think, what is giving also BJP the edge.
Right. Aman, also asking you about a more nationwide picture as far as the 15-7 remaining Lok Sabha seats go. Give us a sense of how the Prime Minister, the NDA's campaign has now changed in this final stage for UP, for Bihar and West Bengal. Are there any particular states? It seems that West Bengal has been a special focus of the Prime Minister.
Oh yes, West Bengal has been a very, very specific focus for the Prime Minister. He's done over, I think 1.5 dozen rallies and roadshows in West Bengal. He did a massive roadshow in Kolkata as well, the city, which was a very, very big roadshow as well. So obviously UP, Bihar, West Bengal and Maharashtra, I would say these are the 4 states that BJP has really focused upon in this election. If you even see the Prime Minister's rally, nearly half of the Prime Minister's rallies and roadshows have happened in these 4 states, because UP, obviously with 64 seats BJP had won the last time, the NDA out of 80. The NDA, the BJP is trying to up its tally in UP somewhere near to 73, the record number it had won in 2014. Similarly, in Bihar, the NDA is trying to hold on to its 39 out of 40 record. West Bengal is a state where the BJP had risen from Parikshit from just 2 seats to 18 seats, Lok Sabha seats the last time. Here BJP has big hopes. BJP leaders like Mr. Amit Shah, Mr. JP Nadda have been speaking about a 25-plus seat performance this time in West Bengal, and that is very key to the BJP given the West Bengal State Assembly polls which also come in a short while after these Lok Sabha polls. So that is what I think the BJP is looking at. In the last phase, if you speak about obviously the key states, some seats of UP, some seats of Bengal, Bihar and the state of Punjab. 13 seats of Punjab are going to polls in the last phase. Another very, very important state is Punjab because it's a very complex state. Here the BJP and the Akali Dal are fighting separately, the two old allies, and the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, which are allies at the national level, but they are fighting separately in Punjab. So many seats in Punjab, the 13 seats I would say, are seeing four-cornered contest, so very, very difficult state to predict. Punjab also, the Prime Minister has come here. In fact, Prime Minister chose Punjab today to do his last rally in Hoshiarpur, and Prime Minister has put up a big pitch despite the farmer protests in Punjab, which BJP candidates have faced. The BJP is very hopeful of winning at least 2 to 3 seats in Punjab and also put up a good performance in the last phase in UP, Bihar as well as West Bengal.
Right. And just specifically speaking about Punjab, you spent a lot of time there in Punjab in places like Ludhiana and also in Amritsar. We just spoke to Sanjay Kumar of CSTS, and he said that the fight in Punjab seems to be mainly between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress, and Akali Dal and the BJP are likely to be reduced to the margins in this election. Who do you think stands to gain right now? Is the Kejriwal factor? Is there sympathy with Arvind Kejriwal on the ground as well?
Well, Parikshit, when I traveled through Punjab, in fact, I saw the influence of AAP waning a bit. I've been there 2 years earlier when AAP had literally swept the state in the assembly election. But this time, people seemed a bit unhappy with Aam Aadmi Party, specifically because the promise that Aam Aadmi Party had made of giving 1,000 rupees to women every month, that promise is still to be fulfilled, though it's been 26 months since the Bhagwant Mann government came into power. So many women I found were unhappy with the AAP government. You're right about Akali Dal and BJP struggling a bit in Punjab because these two allies, they've always contested elections earlier, and BJP used to be strong in the urban areas of Punjab, while Akali Dal had a very strong influence in the rural areas of Punjab. Now both these allies are separate, so obviously BJP is struggling in the rural areas where it is also faced with farmer protests, farmer union protests, and Akali Dal is anyways been on the way in this. So they just hold one seat in Punjab, which is the Bhatinda seat of Simrat Kaur Badal. They are trying desperately to hold on to Bhatinda, but similarly Akali Dal is also suffering because it doesn't have the urban support. Congress party, which won 8 out of the 13 seats in Punjab last time, is very, very hopeful of repeating its performance this time as well, because Congress is harping on this, I think, a bit of anti-incumbency, which is developing against the AAP government. The Congress seems to be the gainer of that. And in Lok Sabha, Congress has put up some good candidates. I think in Punjab, the candidate selection has been good. Sukhjinder Randhawa is like fighting from Gurdaspur. Manish Tiwari is fighting from the capital, Chandigarh. So the Congress is very hopeful that it can repeat its last time performance of 8 out of 13 seats in Punjab.
Right. And finally, the Prime Minister will be visiting Kanyakumari from the 30th of May to the 1st of June. This is something that the opposition is taking up with the Election Commission. What is really the NDA and the Prime Minister's strategy here in terms of responding to the opposition?
Well, Parikshit, I just spoke to Nirmala Sitharaman, the finance minister, in the morning, and I had asked her this question specifically, that the opposition is questioning this meditation exercise by the Prime Minister in Kanyakumari while the silence period is on. She said the Prime Minister is not talking. He's not going to be, taking any sessions. He's just sitting and meditating after a long, grueling election season. And this is what he did in 2019 as well, when he had gone to Kedarnath, if you remember, went to that cave in near Kedarnath and meditated the whole night after the election campaign got over. So the FM was very clear that the opposition is questioning, making a non-issue out of something that the Prime Minister is doing as an exercise post his election campaign being over. She also said that the opposition parties like the Congress go to Thailand for vacations while the Prime Minister goes to Kanyakumari for meditation. This is very, very holy site. This is where Swami Vivekanand did meditation. This is where goddess Kanyakumari did meditation. So the Prime Minister going there has great religious and significance, and that is why the Prime Minister is going there. This is a purely meditative exercise. He's not going to make any speech. There is no violation of the MCC code. The BJP stand is that would be interesting what stand the Election Commission takes, because the Congress is clearly telling the Election Commission that there should be no telecast or any pictures or videos being shared of the Prime Minister's meditative exercise, because Prime Minister is also candidate in the Varanasi parliamentary constituency, which polls in the last phase on Saturday.
All right, Aman Sharma, thank you very much for joining us from nearby Himachal Pradesh and giving us this holistic view of what we can expect across 57 seats in Phase 7. Remember, results would be out on the 4th of June and all eyes on that. Thanks, Aman, for joining us. Moving on, Bihar has been a